Well, we've been telling you for a while about woke curriculum creeping into American classrooms. A new study reveals higher education not only liberalizes students, but hardens their beliefs. The research published by the American Psychological Review says, quote, "We find that higher education often shifts moral concerns in a liberal direction, but that for most students, these changes are accompanied by a rise in moral certainty rather than relativism." Hilary Act is a former professor at Portland State University who resigned 2 weeks ago, claiming the school sacrificed ideas for ideology. Peter Boghossian, author of How to Have Impossible Conversations, joins us right now from Portland. Peter, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, regarding this research, what do you think is the headline from it?
I think the takeaway is that when people go to the universities, it's not the same university it was even 5 or 10 years ago. These are indoctrination camps, and they're indoctrination camps into a very specific set of beliefs. And the longer you're there, the more certain you become in your moral attitudes.
Now, what do you mean by that, more certain? Absolutist, right?
That's the term the study uses, the more absolutist one becomes. And so the danger is that people think that the colleges are providing an education, but they're really indoctrination centers. They're indoctrination mills. And it's something that we need to be incredibly mindful of, because professors have jobs for life. The whole system is geared toward values that most people recognize as alien to the fundamental rudiments of American civilization.
Right. Well, Peter, you had it up to here and you said, you know, I can't go along with this yet. You didn't become a professor to be working at an indoctrination camp. But how many of the people who work at the universities are of like mind and think, you know, this is the way we should be going? And how many people are like you, like, I can't believe we're teaching this crap?
Yeah, it's worse than crap. That was probably the nicest thing you can say about it. It's very difficult to know the answer to that question because universities have managed to create cultures of fear under threat of constant investigation, bias response teams, diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So it's difficult to know how many people are true believers and how many people have just been cowed into silence.
Yeah. You know, for a parent of a child who's in college right now, they've got to understand the dynamic of what the kid is going through. And if the kid is not on the same page as the professor and maybe rocks the boat a little bit and brings in another point of view, suddenly that kid's not going to get the straight A's.
Yeah, that's true in many fields, but it's not true in some others. And it's really true with certain propositions like trans issues regarding race, gender, and sexuality. It's much less so in the STEM fields right now. But I think that the important thing for parents to know is that the universities aren't truth-seeking enterprises. They're places that professors look at as indoctrination factories, indoctrination mills. And so when the kids come in there, they have a very activist mindset for them. So truth is no longer the North Star of the institution. It's something else. It's having them believe a set of moral propositions. And they've been, as the study shows, they've been incredibly successful with that.
Right. Check out his book. It's called How to Have Impossible Conversations. We all have them occasionally, and that's a good book to use as a North Star on that. Peter, thank you very much for joining us today from Portland.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.